Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, honorable members of Parliament, I take this opportunity to once again congratulate you upon your election to the 11th Parliament of Uganda. For the record, I'm Alan Sewanyana Aloysius, MP Makindye West Constituency, and a member of the National Unity Platform. I'm moving this motion under Rule 5, Sub-Rules 8, 9, and 10 of our Rules of Procedure that addresses the subject matter before us. Honorable members, just to remind you of what you already know, Article 82 of the Constitution of Uganda states that there shall be a Speaker and Deputy Speaker elected among us members of Parliament. Needless to say, each one of us here is qualified to be a speaker or the deputy speaker. Therefore,
can you please, honorable member, can you please nominate and then speak?
Therefore, accordingly, your lordship and members of Parliament present, I propose that Kira Municipality Member of Parliament, Honorable Ssemujju Ibrahim Nganda, do take the chair of this Parliament as the speaker. Honorable members, I beg to move.
Can you now speak for your nominee? You have 8 minutes within which to speak about him, and then if it's seconded, the person seconding will speak for no more than 2 minutes.
Let him first second, then the...
No, I am the one chairing, not you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The rules say you nominate and speak, and then the person seconding.
Thank you, Your Lordship.
Because we made a fault, I'll allow the person seconding to speak also.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Yes. Honorable members present, the Parliament of Uganda must be an independent institution. And that's why we bring in an independent person in mind, in Honorable Ssemujju Ibrahim Nganda. Just to remind some of you who were here and those who were not here, on the 27th of September 2017, humiliation to this Parliament did happen, and members of Parliament, me inclusive, Honorable Zake and others, like Honorable Betty Namboze, were beaten, and some of them lost their limbs and taken to hospitals. Me, myself, I was bundled, and the other members of Parliament, like Honorable Muhammad Nsereko, Sechikubo, and others, like Honorable Kyagulanyi Robert Sentamu, were beaten by the invaders. This invasion of Parliament that went against the doctrine of separation of power was commanded by the SFC, commanded by the son of the main occupant of the State House. The Speaker of Parliament then surrendered us to the SFC. She read our names and retreated to the VIP room to take tea, much as Parliament was being invaded. Even the Deputy Speaker ran away during these tough times where we had to save our Constitution of Uganda, for which we sought to save, and only had to command all this organization over phones and clapping hands to whoever was beaten. Honorable Ssemujju Nganda himself was a victim of this circumstance, much as he's a member of Parliament. I want to assure members that the Honorable I'm bringing to you, Honorable Ssemujju Nganda, will make Parliament a safe place for every member of Parliament to live in. Even if you disagree with him, he will never connive with any outside force to oppress or create misery for any member of Parliament. We need an independent Parliament which, without any external forces, can act according to the Constitution of Uganda. Honorable members, you deserve a Speaker who will be impartial while presiding over Parliament, a Speaker who will be accessible by all members, and a Speaker who will distribute opportunities to all, and a very generous Speaker like Honorable Ssemujju Nganda. Honorable Ssemujju Nganda will not personalize the institution of Parliament, and every member of Parliament will find comfort in working with him. He will be a speaker for every member of Parliament, and he promises to handle disagreements with the colleague MPs and subordinates in the most professional and dignified manner. Article 79 of the Constitution assigns you members of Parliament a duty to make laws for peace, order, development, and good governance. The same article orders Parliament to promote democracy. The last Parliament, we have witnessed that a number of human rights abuses have happened, and of recent, during the recent elections, a number of our supporters, NUP and FDC supporters, were arrested on the orders of one of the presidential candidates, Mr. Yoweri Tubuhaburwa. They are still languishing in prison. Parliament, whose duty is to promote democracy, has made no significant interventions under Honorable Ssemujju Ibrahim Nganda. Promotion of democracy in this country will be prioritized. The person I'm presenting to you, Honorable Ssemujju Nganda, is a member of Parliament representing Kisumu Municipality.
Just a moment, Honorable Member, just a moment. The rule of Parliament, as I remember, is that you do not clap like in a political rally. You thump your foot on the ground.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for that guidance. They have stamped you here. Honorable Ssemujju Ibrahim Nganda is a member of Parliament representing Kira Municipality and was duly sworn in on the 20th Thursday last week. He is a member of the 11th Parliament and therefore qualifies under Article 82 of the Constitution to chair this Parliament as Speaker. He is a member of the Forum for Democratic Party, a party he also speaks for as other duties. Honorable Ssemujju Nganda has a family. He was born and he has also given birth to so many people in this country. He was born in Bijaba village, Chazanga sub-county, Bukoto West constituency in Rwengo on the 23rd September 1973 during President Idi Amin's time. He's 47 years old. Rwengo, where he was born, he used to be part of Masaka, but now it is a district. He is a son of Haji Ali Nganda Nkwanga of Ungo clan and Hajat Sophia Naroga of Mutima clan.
Honorable Ssemujju, you have 2 minutes.
Honorable
to make your
Ssemujju
8 minutes.
is a married man, Your Lordship, married to Miss Farida Babide Ssemujju and a proud father of 7. He studied and is learned from Bijaba Islamic Institute for his primary and Masaka Secondary for O and A levels, where he emerged as the best student. So we are lucky to have a best student in this country chairing our Parliament with dignity. He came to Makerere University for a Bachelor's of Arts in Mass Communication degree in 1995, and he graduated in 1998. He also added on other education in Oslo University of Norway for a short course in media and democracy. He has been teaching journalism in Zion University of Uganda, IUIU, and he has worked for Daily Monitor and The Observer, where he was director. As a journalist, he has always cried loud for the respect for humanity and democracy in this country. He has talked so much about how good governance should be and how a good parliament should be run when he was a journalist. Ssemujju, the parliamentarian, has chaired some committees since joining 10 years ago as an FDC member. He chaired Committee of COSASE, and as chairperson for COSASE, Commission Statutory Authorities and State Enterprises, COSASE, he used to do so much a wonderful job for this country by reclaiming so much from enterprises and even taking accountable to those who were doing the mischief to this country. In 2016,
Honorable Member, conclude.
I'm concluding.
Yes.
In 2016, Honorable Ssemujju Ibrahim Nganda became the Chief Opposition Whip, a position he has held till yesterday when he joined the new Parliament, and he has done a wonderful job to us as Parliament by serving Parliament. Honorable members, that is the distinguished son of Uganda, a person of impeccable integrity that I present to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable members. I beg to move.
Any secondment, and then use the opportunity if you wish to say anything in no more than 2 minutes.
My Lordship, His Excellency, honorable members of Parliament, the staff of Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Atan Okia Moses, the Member of Parliament representing the people of Soroti East Division in Soroti City on the ticket of Forum for Democratic Change. I move under Rule 5, Sub-Rule 10, to second the nomination of Samuju Ibrahim as a Speaker for the 11th Parliament. I support this nomination premised on the doctrine of separation of powers. The three arms of government, the legislative, the judiciary, and the executive. The executive proposes bills, proposes policies, and the legislative passes them, and the executive implements them. The legislative appropriates, and the executive implements the budget. In the current Parliament, in the Constitution, I move under Article 79 for the good governance of this country,